G'day everyone. I received an email from somebody recently about my Berserker Fuzz pedal, which is a fuzz factory with a tone control on the input, and they said that they replaced their germanium transistors with silicon transistors, and they preferred the sound of the silicon transistors. And I know this kind of gets into the sort of tone sniffing side of things. You know, some people will say that germanium sounds better and you can't use silicon and all that sort of stuff. But from what I got out of his email, and again, I'm sorry, I've forgotten who sent me this email. If it was you, please leave an email. Please leave a comment below to identify yourself. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name. But yeah, from my perspective, if you could get a sound that's 80 or 90% as good as germanium transistors with silicon transistors in a fuzz factory circuit, you would reduce the cost and make it a lot more simpler for everybody to build. And you could hear what, hopefully from this sound demo, you can hear what to expect from silicon transistors. So that's what I've done. I've put 2 silicon transistors in the circuit, and they are 2N3906s are in the circuit. So that's what we're going to be hearing. And obviously from the model number, you probably just noticed that yes, you didn't need to use PNP silicon transistors, not NPN. The circuit needs PNP transistors. So I'm using a 2N3906 for my 2 transistors, which are relatively low gain. Something low gain would also be good. That's what the circuit was meant for. And if you could get a PNP that's lower and higher, like usually you have the ratio with fuzz faces, you have the something that's lower and another one that's higher, like even if it's 100 and 250 or something like that would be good. But I've just grabbed 2 random 2N3906s and stuck them in, and we're going to hear what it sounds like. So without further ado, let's hook it up and hear what it sounds like. So I'm not going to do a comparison with the germanium fuzz factory. If you want to hear a germanium fuzz factory, just have a listen to some of the other videos I've done and the sound demo for this pedal as well. Because honestly, I kind of don't want to do a comparison with it. I actually just want to hear it on its own merits. So I think sometimes it's good to just separate all of everything else you've got. Sorry, I got a bit of a croaky throat. Separate all of the other factors out there and just listen to something on its own with its own merits, and not actually, bombard it with options and things like that. So let's just hear what it sounds like on its own, and we can judge from that whether it sounds good or not. Not going to be talking in the sound demo, just going to get straight into it. So that was interesting. I almost forgot that I was playing a Fuzz Factory there for a bit. It sounded quite good. And if you're wanting to do it, simplify a Fuzz Factory build a little bit and save a bit on expense with the germanium transistor set, just get any old 2N3906s, 2 of them, shove them in, and you're away. So anyway, I hope you found that interesting. Give it a shot. If you've got a Fuzz Factory lying around, put some silicon ones in, see if you like the difference. Put a switch. You can even put a couple of switches to change between germanium and silicon. There's a schematic for that floating around somewhere. I think I saw it on Beavis Audio, which is no longer around, but you might be able to find it on the Wayback Machine, the Beavis Audio cached website. You might be able to find it on there. But there is, or ask around the forums. There's a schematic that you can use with a I think it's a 2-pole double throw switch. You can switch between 2 transistors, and yeah, you could have a germanium on one and a silicon on the other, and just flick between the two. Would be a pretty cool modification. Anyway, just some ideas. Hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.